Yep. All right.
Hey, real quick before we start, let me get
Sure.
this off my chest, man. So I'm still pretty new to this space, but I gotta admit, y'all Kendrick Lamar fans, man, man, y'all wild. Look, I think Nas is the go to hip hop, but I know a lot of people that think Nas is trash. But I'm not about to get worked up about it. It's my
Yeah.
opinion, and honestly, I said the album, I gave it an 8. You gave it a 6, but they was on your neck about that, man.
Yeah. See, and this is how some of these folks, and I'm not gonna say all of them because a few of them were like, "Well, you didn't substantiate it," so obviously, folks want a dissertation when we give these videos. And it's like, I mean, we got like 15, 20 minutes on a lot of these topics. Like, we can't go, deep in the detail, 2, 3 levels deep on it, but whatever. But for a lot of for the other ones, I mean, there was one guy who was like, "Tell me how Drake's." I was like, "Come on, man, pause." Like, I'm not. I don't know what it is. We don't have like kind of a ban policy, but y'all making me think about like
Hey, you got
try
to
to be
remember
nice.
Kendrick fans, and I'm saying this as a Kendrick fan, but some of y'all ninjas, these are the same ninjas that shot up allegedly Drake's house in Toronto back in
Yeah,
May. So you just kind of got to realize some people just they idol worship, man. I don't get it, but yeah,
that's
it is
true
what it
too.
is.
And I, and at the end of the day, like I'm still like I didn't I gave the album 6 out of 10, and I think that's pretty good. There was a guy on there that did like 1 out of 10. I'm like, man, it wasn't that bad. Like it was, yeah, I thought it was. It's not. I'm not gonna say 1 out of 10. That's disrespectful, but there's still a few songs. Few of those tracks made it to my playlist on Spotify. So I'm still gonna listen to it. I'm still gonna enjoy some other stuff, but I did go back to some of the older stuff. So, I know everybody, feels some type of way, but man, people come out of the woodwork for that one. That one has the most comments on there. And I'm
Yeah,
pretty sure it's all from men too. So that's mind boggling that men feel very strongly about this conversation. So
I'm going to assume that those are Gen Z and Gen Alpha men that are that engaged in arguing with somebody's opinion. That's just my guess, though.
yeah, and we'll definitely welcome the engagement. I'm open to, hey, maybe I got this one wrong, and now after seeing some of these comments, I know I didn't get it wrong. So fuck it. But I mean, oh man, I got to edit that out now. Damn it.
Well, I say this to everybody who hates us. Thanks for watching. We appreciate it.
And that actually leads us off into Kendrick Lamar and Drake. Really Drake, the lawsuit. So we kind of talked about this last week, where Drake had came up with issue. Oh, not Drake, but I think it was the label. But they created. I mean, Drake filed a lawsuit, and the label filed a lawsuit. And there's some more things that have come out about this lawsuit where it appears that Spotify was pushing the numbers, and this is all an attempt to get Drake for the cheap for the next contract that's about to re-up. So, any thoughts on that, MC?
I mean, if that's true, he has a valid case. Look, Drake appears to be petty, and I'm sure that's part of the reason why he filed this lawsuit. But there's got to be a part of him in the back of his mind that is, I'm gonna try to one up Kendrick one more time because
Mhm.
clearly he lost the battle. He
Yeah,
started it. He went low first. He came in there with a pencil, and Kendrick Lamar came in there with a tank.
yeah,
But if there is some collusion between Spotify and Universal, and they're using that to leverage Drake, like the Kendrick Drake beat and leverage
yeah.
him making less money, he's got a valid claim. I don't have any problem with that. But
So, does
go
it
ahead.
does it invalidate the beef then? I mean, Kendrick won the beef, but does it invalidate it? Because if they were artificially inflating the that song, "They Not Like Us," does it? I mean, does Kendrick lose anything here? Or does the beef does it go down as a beef with an asterisk by it? Like, how do you
I
see the
don't
beef
think
now?
so. I don't think so at all. But again, Kendrick won. Kendrick is still reaping the benefits of They Not Like Us. That was the hit of the summer, and frankly, it propelled him to the Super Bowl. He might win a Grammy for it, for a diss song,
Yeah, which is if you think about that song, who else was using that song was Kamala Harris campaign as well too,
which is
and
ironic.
yeah, yeah. There's some other discussions there, but yeah, it's weird that the Kamala Harris campaign was using that same song, and then Kendrick Lamar gets embattled in a rap beef, especially against Drake, and so it becomes like a big whole ordeal. Well, that rap beef was like at the beginning of the year, and then Kamala started to use it, but it's just a bit interesting though because when I think about that song, I mean it's a good song, but I don't know if I'm gonna listen to it that much, and I don't know how often people are gonna be listening to. I mean, it was the hit of the summer, I believe, but as far as like this album, somebody was like telling me that there were like 8 tracks in like the top 10, and I don't know what 8 they talking about in the top 10 or stream
Hey, for the
songs.
record, this is how impactful this beef was. So Charlamagne gave Drake Donkey of the Day. I just saw that, and
Mhm.
he called him a OV hoe when he gave him the Donkey of the Day. He basically said this lawsuit is about your feelings being hurt, buddy. We can all see
Man,
through it.
you
So
know
people
what?
choosing sides.
Somebody somebody was telling me about this, or not telling me, but I heard about it. This beef, or sorry, this lawsuit is similar to what Prince and Michael Jackson had to go through, where they were trying to depress their value so they don't have to pay them that much. And so, I mean, is there really a difference here, or is it because a beef was ensued, or was started by a beef, and then obviously Drake took the L on it publicly? But does it still? I mean, is he still in the wrong? I know.
Drake broke one of the man laws when he bought Kendrick's family, his wife or long fiance, whatever she is to him.
Yeah,
When he bought that into it, when he bought his family into it, he broke the man law. So
yeah.
that's the only wrong that I see in all of this. Because to me, Kendrick, it was just self defense. Because he sat back and he watched Drake take these shots. Uh, Family Matters was, I think it was called Family Matters. That's when he first hinted some things about Kendrick's wife and what she's doing.
Hmm.
That man law violations, man, right off the rip.
I
I
agree.
wish we need to get back to being men again. If you got an issue with me, it's with me.
Just keep
Aim
it on
all your
me.
energy here. Yeah, I don't know where this other stuff came from, but Drake need to stay out of hip hop beats for a while because even though he took an L here, I still will argue the L was even worse with Pusha T.
Yeah.
Too many L's, man. Just chill out. Just count your money, Drake.
What
You
about
count your money.
what about when? Yeah, he should definitely count their. They both should count their money, but when when K Doc alluded that he was a PDF, those PDF files.
I mean, that's public records. He was talking about, I think he said the Baca guy. I think you can look that up, and that's public records about the lawsuit. So he
Mhm.
didn't, I mean, it's public information. So Drake couldn't sue about that even if he wanted to.
Yeah, man. Yeah. So I guess at the end of the day, it's going to be a very interesting thing if this lawsuit does see the light of day. They'll probably end up settling, honestly. But the discovery, if it does go to court, the discovery is going to be wild because apparently this is kind of a common practice. It's just that they aimed their sights at Drake because they knew he was going to want a bigger bag. But I guess we'll find out. We'll definitely be covering that too.
I want to say he was on pace to be the highest paid hip hop artist like ever, like off of music sales, just
But
off of
he's at
music
four.
sales.
Yeah, because his contract's 400 million, right?
I don't know, but
Yeah, I thought it was
I
400 or it's a high number, but he's going for 1 billion or close to 1 billion now on his next one.
yeah, but yeah, this was an interesting thing to see. They Not Like Us still slaps. Um, Personally, I like Drake's older music better, but
Same.
yeah, Kendrick won that battle.
Yeah, and I should probably just put it out there because too many folks are thinking that I'm this big Drake loyalist or a fan or something. And for the most part, I'm not a loyalist to anybody except for Outkast. That's it. That's that is probably the only group I will probably crash out for, like everyone else is crashing out though. But I mean, I'm talking about the older Outcasts, not the Outcasts that broke up because you can say what you want now because they ain't worried about it. But or at least in my younger days, probably would crash out. But when it comes to like Drake, I mean, I like some of his older stuff though, and yeah, I kind of fell off after like maybe it was Scorpion or something, but it is I just don't have like this is my favorite or how I rank these guys. Like they're just not in the top 10 for me, but you know, I'm from the older generation though.
Man, I'm gonna just close on this. We're not talking about who the smartest person in this beef was. In
Mm,
my opinion, it was J. Cole.
yes.
He dipped his toe in the water. He was like, "Nah, this is
Yep.
trash. I don't want no parts of this." And
Yep.
exited the. Just count your money, man. We all be family men now. What you doing out here beefing with folks?
Yeah.
Well, we didn't know Drake was a family man until Pusha T exposed it. But we 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 parents, man. Some of us is husbands. Some of us are running businesses and taking care of other things. Ain't no time for stuff like this. Get
Right.
your money, lead your families, stay healthy, be happy. Period.
Exactly. All right. Let's go ahead and transition to the next topic.